last week we did a practice picture where I walked through the different elements of this seascape drawing, and there was one thing I showed you at the end of the picture that I told you I was going to repeat and show how to do over here, and that was with my little lighthouse up here. What I did is in the lighthouse portion of or the little window of the lighthouse, I put some visible fluorescent chalk and then a little bit of light shining out. And I didn't show you what that looked like with the black light, so I'm going to turn on my black lights and fade down the whites. And there I've got a lighthouse, and it's radiating light out to my ship at sea. And of course, when we do it in the regular drawing, we're going to have a great big cross here in the sky as well. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shift the camera a little bit here and focus at our blacklight picture and sky that we've got all ready to work from. There we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm going to show you a little trick that lets you actually make the lighthouse light invisible. So what I'm going to do is turn off my whites, go to my black light, and I'm going to take, this time, some invisible chalk. I'm going to use the same gold that I used here for the side, and over here I'm going to decide roughly where I want my lighthouse to be, and I'm going to put the light in right now before I ever drew the picture, or before I ever draw the picture. Make sure my grammar is right here. Okay, and all this is just a small square of light. Now, if I want to, again, I don't always do this, but it is possible to add just a little bit of kind of radiance coming out here. Don't make it just overwhelming. Real light touch, so I've got a little light shining out, and that's my light for the lighthouse. Now, if you'll notice, when we turn the whites back up, you can just barely see it there. And actually, normally when I do this drawing in a full-size format, it's most of the time is up in the actual white, and so you can't see it at all. And what people usually ask me after a drawing is, well, how did you know where to draw the lighthouse, or how did you get the lighthouse to light up? And what I'll do is, when I put something in here that I don't want to see, well, that's not the right word, that when I put something up here that I won't be able to see while I'm drawing, what I do is I'm going to use my thumbnail. Oops. I actually wiped a little bit of that chalk out, but I'm going to use my thumbnail to just make a little score in the picture. And I've actually, I have to check this here. Yeah, I didn't totally wipe it out, but my finger got in the way, so I'm going to do that just a little bit more here. Lay in just a little bit more chalk. There, make that a little bit brighter. But what I've done is I've used my thumbnail to just cut in little tiny lines that you really can't even see around where I want that light to be, but I can see them, and so that way I know exactly where to place my lighthouse as I draw it. Okay, so we practiced last week getting the basic elements of the picture down, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I would do those in an actual chalk drawing. Pretty much the same order that we practiced them in, but this time I'm going to work through it. We're going to have a little music playing in the background courtesy of See the Light, and that will enable you to see how this is going to unfold. Normally I shoot for about 15 minutes tops in doing a picture. This one will go faster simply because it's 1/4 the size. So I don't have as much ground to cover. I don't have as much detail to put in, and so this drawing won't go the full 15 minutes that you would normally expect. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to use pretty much the same colors, and I'm going to start the music, and let's see this picture unfold.
Jesus loves me, this I know. Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me, this I know. Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so.
And there you have it. A very simple blacklight picture, a fairly simple chalk drawing. I know it looks complicated, but it's really not as difficult as you would think. You merely have to master or practice at least how to draw rocks, how to highlight, how to do a little bit of water, and practice your boat. Very simple cross in the background and a neat little black light effect where you see the lighthouse, but it actually lights up when you turn the black light off. This should be able to get you started in chalk art. It's not out of reach. It's not too difficult for you. The biggest hump is getting over the top and actually drawing in front of people. When you start to draw in front of people, you will have taken a huge step toward being able to do a chalk drawing. So I hope that you will get some art supplies, get some chalk, get some paper, set up an easel, and have fun. And next week we'll be back with more of the joy of art. I'm Jim Pence for See the Light. Thanks for coming by, and I hope you'll have some fun drawing this week.
I see the